After graduation, I pushed myself in a direction that was very different than my hometown than Rutgers, and did the Teach for America program, knowing that it would be challenging, different from anything that I've ever done, and I really felt like it was the optimal time in my life to do a program like that, knowing that it is just so demanding. Briefly after graduating, I did move home, which I wasn't very excited about at the time, but I really used my local network and tried to leverage the connections that I had that may have been prior to Rutgers, or people that I met from my area that were local alumni. So rather than not be very excited about the opportunity to move back home, which seemed to be just kind of a common story at that time, I really tried to make what was at the time maybe a negative experience a positive one. I think flexibility. When looking at what I was going to do after graduation, from a political science perspective, a lot of people pick the law path or maybe a campaign, but looking at everything that you can do with a liberal arts degree and just opening your mind up to the different possibilities, I think it just makes the idea of graduating a lot less daunting. Maybe putting yourself in a position that you didn't think that you could do, maybe you'll excel in that position. So my mantra, or really just kind of philosophy to success, is be as open as possible and always be flexible. I think I would have told my younger self at Rutgers just that, to just kind of keep an open mind and an open perspective, and possibilities will flow to you. And that flexibility and just kind of willingness to learn translates in any position that you're applying for that you already have. Just always being receptive to what's coming your way, and not necessarily staying within the strict confines of what you think your path is or what you think that you're destined to do with the degree that you hold. I was actually a transfer student who came in my sophomore year. I came from a school that was completely opposite. It was a small liberal arts school, and I felt ready for Rutgers. I felt ready for the challenge, and it really taught me to kind of mature and grow up in a way that I never expected. Even something as simple as navigating public transportation, that was all new to me, and looking at where I live now in Washington, D.C., it's kind of molded me into who I am, and it's made me comfortable in respects that maybe a smaller school wouldn't have. Upon graduating from Rutgers, I knew that that wasn't the end of my education and that I wanted to earn a master's degree. So while I was here, it was important for me to really connect with my professors on a one-on-one level, which in a lecture setting or at such a big school is really just an individual undertaking to establish that relationship with them. But having graduated and having kept in touch with a lot of my professors, it has paid off, and now that I'm in graduate school, I'm thankful for the recommendations and the advice that they've given me, but I'm also thankful for the long-standing connection that I have with them. I have switched jobs since graduating. I went from a small county chamber of commerce in New Jersey, and I'm now at the U.S. Chamber. What I learned is that if there's not an existing opportunity in the organization that you work for, to look beyond and to leverage the skills that you do have at just a broader and more global level. When I went from a county nonprofit to a federal nonprofit, I used all of those skills, and because they were local, they weren't diminished, or they weren't considered to be non-translatable.